Hey, you guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Life Coaching with MDR. I'm going to try my best to be brief. I know I always say that. Forgive me. But first, I wanted to say that my prayers and my heart is with the George Floyd family, Breonna Taylor's family, and Ahmaud Arbery's family, and anybody that has had to deal with this racial evil systemic racism that we have in America that has taken so many black and brown people lives. I am definitely there for you, rooting for you to get the justice that you need and so deserve for the people that you have lost. It's a tragedy. And I cried so many tears last week. Is the reason why I didn't post any videos. I was having a hard week. I mean, everywhere I went on social media, but turning on my television, it was there. It was in my face, in the comments and how people were feeling, about black people in America. It was just too much. It was too heavy. It was too heavy. So with that being said, what do I want to talk about today is your review. Your review mirror. Looking back. The ability to look back and rejoice from where you came from. Let me give you some backstory about me. I'm from St. Louis. I grew up in the hood, like in the 80s and 90s, where gangs were bad, where drive-bys were bad. When people were starting this whole gangsta mentality. There were many nights that me and my sisters laid on the floor because my mother was afraid that we would get shot as we were sleeping. So we slept on the floor to prevent drive-bys that were going on outside our windows from killing us. I've seen people sell drugs. I've seen people in the alleyway dead. I've seen these type of things as a teenager growing up. And there have been plenty of times where people have broken into my mother's house and stolen things from us that we needed, and when I look back, I'm like, gosh, I came from all of that. And I am the first one in my family to graduate college. And I think my mother did an amazing job with her daughters because people already suspected, or expected us to be teens that were pregnant, teens that would eventually either get on drugs or sell drugs, join a gang, and we did none of those things. My sisters didn't have kids until after they were 25 years old. We are all very successful black women, and we got a lot going on for ourselves, and we've instilled those values in our own children. And so sometimes we don't want to look back because it's just horrific. We think about all those traumatic experiences that we endured. Maybe somebody molested you. I'm a victim of I'm a survivor of child molestation. And I know so many other, females who have also dealt with child molestation, and, either that or they've been raped by somebody that was in their family, or, on a college campus, and they just, never told anybody about it. Well, never told the authorities about it, but they are, able to discuss it now with their girlfriends and things of that nature. And, just, different things that we had to endure that we kind of don't want to deal with. But it's great to know that all the things that was meant to stop you didn't. I always tell people, and I say this in a lot of my posts, I was built to last. Like one of those old school Ford trucks. And those type of trucks, You get into an accident with those type of trucks, gonna tear your whole car up. I'm talking about a car that's made in this time, not the Ford. The Ford gonna still be there, solid. That's how God built me. He built me to last, and he built you to last, because we have been through so much. Those things that had come to kill, steal, and destroy our lives, those things that was coming to make us mentally incapable, drive us crazy, put us in a crazy house, to mentally destroy us, didn't. It didn't. It didn't. I got so many things that has happened to me as either a child or a teenager or even in my adult life that I had to overcome, endure. And you have to endure. That's the thing. You have to endure. And all of us don't have it to endure. We quick to give up when things start getting rough and rocky. And I'm just reminded, and I'm just reminding you, you have to look back sometimes when things in your now life starts to get rough and rocky and say, you know what? I've overcome so much already. I know I'm going to overcome this. This is nothing. Because I'm built to last. I can do this. I won't be defeated. The weapons may form, but they will not prosper. And I know people think that's a cliche, just speaking things. But let me tell you, it's power in your words. It's power in your words. If you wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to have an amazing day today, I don't care what happens. Because you spoke it, guess what? You're going to have an amazing day today. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. You have to see it before you see it, or you won't see it. You have to speak what's not so. If you speak it, you can have it. People call them affirmations. People say it's having faith. Whatever you want to call it, just start speaking it with your mouth and start walking in it. I remember telling God, I said, God, I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck anymore. If you allow me to get out of this, I will do better with my finances. I will do better with my finances. I will no longer be living paycheck to paycheck. And since that day, I have not lived paycheck to paycheck, because I spoke it and I meant it, because I began to walk in it. Now, you just can't have the faith and not do the work. You can't just have the faith and not do the work. You have to do the work. And the work sometimes means I have to look back. People have this whole issue with looking back from where they came from. No, I'm not going to do that. That's being negative. That's being toxic. But sometimes it helps you to keep going. That's what I'm talking about. Use it as your fuel to keep going. Yes, I used to be almost homeless. Yes, I used to live in my car. Yes, I remember when my shoes used to have holes in them and my socks used to have holes in them, when I didn't even have a washer and dryer to wash my clothes. I was living on couches to couch, bed to bed, spending nights over my friend's house, over their mama's house, over their mama's house. You have to remember these type of things and use them as your fuel. Don't let the devil tell you that, remember you used to sell drugs and nobody would give you a job because of your criminal record. And you tell him, but look at me now. I'm a successful business owner. I'm a father. I'm a mother. I'm helping people who are in those same type of situations get out of those situations. Yes, I had my child when I was 15 years old. But look at me now. I'm working on my doctorate. You have to remind yourself of how great you are in the midst of thinking about where you came from and what you had to endure and what you have already overcome. So you can keep overcoming. So you can continue to be great and know that you were built to last. Things are not going to always come easy. Some things are. But you remember the things you worked for. You remember the things that had you up at night. You remember the things that led you to your prayer closet. You remember the things that had your face wet with tears. Those things you will never forget. When you work hard for stuff, you won't forget it. It's okay. We all sometimes are in a season of enduring. Just might be yours. But I already know that you've already come from so many things that this will not stop you. Whatever it is, look back and don't feel bad. Look back and rejoice from where you came from and where you're headed. Y'all be blessed. Have a good one. I hope you have an amazing week. Wake up in the morning and start affirming things in your life and start walking in them and start putting in the work. It's time to grow in 2020. We are more than overcomers. We are conquerors, and we got this because God got us. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Remember to tell a friend, to tell a friend, and tell a friend. And thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Life Coaching with MDR. Peace.